Hi, this is Nelson Ranch. So, okay, so that was Wonder Cute. Anyway, I want to talk a little bit about the League of Heroes that's coming up for the JP server. For the League of Heroes, I have made my team. It's going to be a team of Malazensky, Smart Falcon, and Espoir City. So, here they are. Basically all the gold skills completed. So I'm going to go with her, and she's got the Mile S. Plus, she's also got Jordas and Turfet. I don't know how she got those two, but point is, she's got Mile S. And I got all the skills I wanted from them. Not every single skill you can get, but it's good enough. The stamina might be a bit on the low side, but I do have this doubled up. So hopefully that'll be around 1,000, and then I've got some skills to increase to recover. Where's the recovery skill? Like that, right? So hopefully it'll be enough. We'll see what happens. This is Smart Falcon. This is UA. She's got plenty of stamina. She's gonna be fine. And she's also got the skills. All the gold skills dropped for this one. And then the very first one that I got done was this Espoir City. And this one's, the stamina is also slightly bit on the low side, but once again she's got that, so hopefully that'll be enough. I don't think she has any recovery skills. It's a bit worrisome, but we'll see what happens. All the gold skills also dropped here. And it's interesting because I've slowly gotten better. So this is 7,200 skill points, and this one is 7,600 skill points, and this one is 7,500 skill points. So I think I lucked out on this one, but I'm slowly getting better in terms of improving my skills. And this current hot spring scenario, it's a tough scenario, I think. There's a lot of moving parts that makes you think, but it's enjoyable. You get good stats and everything. And for the mile and short distance, I think this scenario is perfect. If you are now playing the global version, then I think what you've got available now is this. Al-Harahai scenario, the Unity Cup scenario, and it basically can get you up to 1800 win. I don't know why you want 1800 when you don't. But you do want to get the 1300 speed, and you want as high power, guts, and wit as possible, but you certainly don't need 1800 wit. But yeah, the other thing is the 1 year anniversary update also hit the global server at the 6-month mark. So you guys are playing a Unity Cup with a completely different set of characters than what I am used to. So I thought about making some sort of a guide to the Unity Cup, but I don't think I can. And I think it's just best to let people who are actually playing it right now to just figure it out, and then go from there. I think that makes the most sense. So I'm not gonna do that. If people want me to make guides on something else, I'm more than happy to do that. But I will say, from when okay, so let me do this. Looking back, this was the first scenario, so I didn't really know what I was doing, but I enjoyed it simply because it was the first scenario. And I still go back to the URA finals just to look at the stories. I remember enjoying the Unity Cup scenario. I remember enjoying this. So this was actually a lot of fun in hindsight, and the song was great too. Make a New Track, on the other hand, really sucked. The problem with Make a New Track is that each run takes almost an hour, because there's so many races you run, and sometimes I felt really bad for the girls running the races. So I didn't really enjoy the Make a New Track that much, although I probably won more Champions Meeting under Make a New Track than the Al-Harahai and definitely than Grand Live for sure. So I was successful, but I didn't enjoy it that much. Okay, Grand Live, I was unsuccessful. I only won one Champions meeting out of the 6 times that it was available in this Grand Live. However, the song in Grand Live is amazing. The mechanic of the Grand Live is like so-so. I didn't enjoy it as much, but the songs are amazing. So in hindsight, that's the good thing that I'll say about the Grand Live. Okay. Grandmasters had the gacha schedule problem, but you guys basically know the gacha schedule, so you're not going to have the same problem that the JP players had, so I just dropped that. The Grandmaster scenario itself was initially quite fun, and then later it essentially became Chase the Three Goddesses, and some people didn't enjoy it that much, and I get that. So there's pros and cons. Grandmasters was kind of fun, I think. I think it was basically as far as I'm concerned, it's on par with the Unity Cup. It was better than Grand Live, but it wasn't like super great, and it certainly wasn't bad like Make a New Track was. Okay, this was a very enjoyable scenario, Project Lark. This is a scenario in which you basically send your character to win the Prix de l'Arc de Triomphe, right? The French G1 race that the Japanese race horses have never won. I think this is now like the holy grail of the Japanese race horsing world. They won the Breeders' Cup in the US, so that's done. This project, the L'Arc de Triomphe, that's the one that they haven't won. That's the one they want, and you can actually enjoy that if scenario. So I enjoyed this a lot. And so, doing Project Lark with Gold Ship or El Condor Pasa, or later on you can do it with Orfever and other characters who actually went to Paris would also be fun too. I remember, they had like interesting stories. Satono Diamond, for example, also they were. None of these characters, none of these horses actually won. Okay, so UAF Ready Go had awesome. Was actually a lot of fun. I also enjoyed this scenario as well. I enjoyed this scenario a lot, especially because the motions that you see the Umamusume characters doing was really cool. The scenario itself was okay, but I remember the animation of the characters was really good. So I enjoyed this scenario. This one was meh. It was okay, but it wasn't that fun. It's probably the second, as far as I'm concerned, it's probably the second worst after Make a New Track. And then you get this. Now this one, I think personally, was actually one of the is probably like the second most enjoyable scenario, because it gave me so much. It gave so much flexibility. You were not tied to the friend card, although Air Shakur kind of was the friend card, but you didn't have to use Air Shakur. You could use Biwa Hayahide. So this scenario had a lot of flexibility, and I really enjoyed that lot of flexibility part. So that was very cool. And then the Twinkle Legends one had a very interesting concept, but in actually like doing it, it fell through. The idea was that there would be actually 3 routes that are going to be viable for you to actually like train your characters through one of the 3 legends. Turns out there's only one route that's really viable for Champions Meeting, and that was the Haiseiko route. And that kind of killed the funness of the scenario, as far as I'm concerned. If they go back, or if they had actually like tinkered it so that all 3 routes are viable, then there's a possibility that this one would have just jumped to the top as being the most interesting scenario. But since that failed, it's a middling scenario. And then you get the this scenario. This scenario was kind of like the Lark scenario, in that you could actually like turn off your brain and just do it, and in that sense it was actually very enjoyable. Plus the the music was hilarious. So I like the design your island scenario, or I'm supposed to be DIY, do it yourself. You know, so this one is a scenario that's actually very complicated. I think you actually have to think about a lot of things, and people are still trying to figure out what the best way to play the scenarios. I don't know what the best play scenario is right now. I don't really care on some level because League of Heroes, so I'm going to take it easy this month. But starting next month is going to be the December Mile Champions meeting, and then in January it is going to be the long distance Anima Kinen Champions meeting. So for the Anima Kinen Champions meeting, some people are saying that it might be possible to actually go back to the Design Your Island scenario. So we'll see what happens. Maybe that is the case. I don't know. If it is, I might give it a shot of going back. But this is basically my my opinions on the various scenarios. So I'm gonna hold off on valuing this, but I would say this one had the chance of being like the best scenario or the second. This one had the possibility of being the best scenario or the second best scenario, but it didn't. Out of the enjoyability, what would be the most fun scenario that I felt that you guys can look forward to? I still think this one is the really fun one because there's just too much flexibility. You can make the same argument about Make a New Track. Make a New Track is also very flexible. It's just that the time is just crazy long. So if you're busy like many people, it's kind of hard. This is the bread and butter. But yeah, I think this might have been the best one out of the 12 scenarios that we've had so far. And then maybe this one or this one, and then this one here, and then this one, this one, and this one too, right? So these are like the middling ones, and then towards the bottom would be Make a New Track and the farming one. The farming one was like, it depends. Depends on what kind of game you like. If you like games in which you don't have to think, some of them are more fun. If you prefer games in which there's a lot of points in which you actually want to think about things, then some other scenarios are going to be your take. But that's just my opinion. So that's it. And I did the gacha, and I have gotten my support cards have been strengthened. So for the December Mile Champions meeting, I'm probably going to go with a Betweener because this will give me the most bang for the buck for, I think, Betweeners. And I do like Buena Vista, so if I pull Buena Vista, then I might do one Chaser. And if it's the one Chaser of Buena Vista, then it would be like... Where are you? There she is. It would be... I know someone's got it. Oh my god! There you are. It would be this, and I would probably use a crystal to actually complete Dream Journey. So this would be the December Champions meeting setup. 2 speed, 1 power, 1 guts, 1 wit. Same format here. This will give you 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, and this will give you 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. So in terms of skill wise, I think Chasers are going to be more or less on par with Betweeners. So maybe Buena Vista, if I pull her, I'll use her. But the 2 characters I'm definitely going to go with are going to be Gran Allegria and Daichi Ruby, the blue version, the sapphire version. And then for the January Champions meeting, which is the Arima Kinen, which happens at the end of the year. So for the Arima Kinen, I would basically just use... I might actually do runners. I'm not sure. But if I do pace chasers, it'll be this. No wait. It would be this with a setup for pace chasers that's got the acceleration skill. If they don't have the acceleration skill, then I would have to get the acceleration skill from where are you? I would have to get the acceleration skill from right here. Okay. But this would be 2, 2, 2, 2, 1. But if I do this, like the Ninja Creek, for example, would be fine doing this, and I think should do well. If I do runners, I would have to get a new. I would have to borrow that card, and I don't know. I might have to go with Smart Falcon. I might have to do this, and then oh, it's stamina for runners. Like that. I might have to do something like this, but this would be significantly weaker. I suppose I could actually not do stamina for runners, and instead, not a gold recovery for runners, but instead get the new use this card, new Palmer card, because this actually gives the acceleration skill in the beginning. So I could do that, and then possibly use this one as well for long distances. I don't know, but you know, I might want to do runners, but I think that for the January Champions meeting of Arima Kinen, what's going to happen is there's going to be a new Oguri cap that's going to come out at the end of the Cinderella Grey TV show. So everybody's going to want to run her. I'm probably going to want to run her as well, and Oguri is going to be either a pace chaser or a late surger. So I got to be ready for that. And if it's a late surger for the long distance, oops. Instead of that, I would just get a. Where are you? Here. I use that. Right. That would just be it. This would be the setup. Oh, not that one. There you go. That would be the setup for late surgers. If I need an acceleration skill, then you can always do this. Go with that. This one's kind of weak, but you know, this time across should help in the stamina. So. I think that'll be the logical one. It's either that or they come up, or I do this, and the wit becomes Manhattan Cafe. I didn't get the acceleration skill there. Either that or the power becomes Chris. But if I do that, you know, yeah, I think I want the Tamama Cross for power because she gives you 2 skills, 2, 2, 2, and then Chris S here, and there's a 22212, right? That'll probably be, because this will be 221112, because this can then be that. Wow. Anyway, we'll get there when we get there. So I just wanted to talk a little bit about the upcoming League of Heroes, and I got my 3 characters ready. The Agnes Tachyon event is going to end soon. That's going to give me like 3 extra days to actually use the thing. So I thought I was going to use this. I thought I was going to use the 3 reports. I got 3 reports right now. I thought I would use the 3 reports for this current League of Heroes, but it looks like I can actually save it for the upcoming Mile Champions meeting. And then I imagine for January they'll give you another 3 reports for that one, so I'll worry about that when we get there. Alright, so that's it for now, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Alright, take it easy. Bye bye.